Hello everyone and welcome to APA Lil Cup Wi-Fi Week 6. I'm 2 and 3. Gerard, or aka Arashi, is 0 and 5. Not doing too well for them. But I think they're kind of new to the Lil Cup format, taking it easy. They didn't have the best team. Oops, let's rewind that a little bit, shall we? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they didn't really have the best team, but taking a look at it, they did decide to. We agreed on a meme game beforehand, which is why you'll see a weird composition on both of our teams here. They did have an Onyx and Mantike. Onyx was their round 1 pick. I was real confused, and it's kind of like a pseudo Rain team they had. So I was very prepared to see a Rain squad appear, but they didn't bring that at all. They brought a Teddy Ursa. They brought a Sneck. Ekans, which is their kill leader, which is not a thing that you'd expect to be a kill leader, especially considering that Ekans is something that doesn't really go drafted that often in Little Cup. But Arashi's actually been using this quite well. They've got a Purloin, which is the prankster rain setter, effectively. They've got a Houndor, which, having used myself in Showdown Season 1, I know how terrifying it can be. It's really good support. It's Flash Fire. And so obviously blocking that fire attacks. It's also got Sucker Punch, which really helps. And it's a 17 speed Dark Fire. I don't know what else you can ask for, to be honest. The Hoot, which is their tier 4. It's a bird. It does things. I don't really know what to say. And then they've got a Phantump, which generally is Harvest Oranberry sets. But obviously this is a meme game. I don't know what to expect. Okay, so what did I bring? I bought some. I kind of semi-memed, I think. I think I still brought webs because I thought it was important to use my memes. If it was easier to use my memes under webs. But I brought a. I believe it was Psychic, Toxic Thread, Sticky Webs, Venoshock, Spinnerack. So obviously, if you don't know what Toxic Thread does, it's basically toxic, but it also lowers your opponent's speed by 1. So I was thinking, okay, well, start off the game, I Toxic Thread, so that lowers their speed, and then I set webs, and things will happen. Psychic was there for the Ekans, which I couldn't hit otherwise. And then, because obviously Venoshock does more damage if it's poisoned, so, and then Sticky Webs for speed. I had obviously, my Skiddo is Grass Immunity, it's Sap Zipper. I think I just ran, Bulk Up Leech Seed, I think, with Brick Break and Wild Charge. I don't know why I didn't run Stab on it, but yeah, something along those lines. I'm going to skip over Hoppy per second. I ran a Reflect type Whirlpool Star U set. So yeah, Reflect type Whirlpool, Rapid Spin, and Recycle with Berry Juice. Now I was thinking I should have done Violet Recover, but obviously items a thing, and I didn't have enough Violates basically, so I gave it Berry Juice Recycle, which I thought wasn't the worst thing in the world, but we'll see why everything doesn't really go to plan. But yeah, in prep it just sat on entire teams and it was funny. We've got a Fampi, which didn't have Ice Shard, which I really regretted this week, but obviously wanting to be a little bit more off the wall. It was just rocks through attacks, I think, something like that. A bit more boring. I had Tepig, which was Heat Rock, Sunny Day, Flame Charge, Wild Charge, and Stomping Tantrum. So it kind of hit everything. It's attempted Sweeper or some shit. But it had the Sunny Day Heat Rock for Hoppip, which was a Chlorophyll set with Violate. It then had Swords Dance, Strength Sap for recovery, and then Aerial Ace Bullet Seed. And effectively, if I set it up right, if the Houndor was down, it won. So yeah, or at least it even had a chance if the Houndor was around because of outspeeding with Sun, so it could only sucker me. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Depends like what range it was in. So obviously, coming into this, I'm not expecting. I don't know what to expect. It's like memes galore. It could be anything, and they went for a weird theme, which you'll see in a second. Yeah, so here's Gerard here, or Arashi. So yeah, my week 6 match starts, and I send out the Phantom first, and I'm like, okay, this is not the best start. I didn't really know what to expect here. I was like, right, I can live any one hit and knock it off. Let's try that. And they thief me, and I'm like, so they didn't have an item, they thief me. I'm like, oh god, this is funny. Because they just thief me, and then I knock it off. So, which does more damage, ironically, because they now had an item which they didn't have before. Which is just great, to be honest. It's quite funny, really. So yeah, knocked off that. I'm like, I'm not going to live that without the Violite now. I'm getting out of there. Expecting grass move, and then I go into Skiddo, which is great. Apart from the fact that while I did get the Sap Sipper, I realised I don't actually have a move that really does anything to this. You know, Brick Break, like Wild Charge, doesn't do much of that. So I go into Tepic here on the Thief, which is really annoying, because that means, guess what? I lose the Heat Rock. That really annoys me, but Flame +1 speed, not too bad. Yeah. It's working kind of okay for me. They sent out Katya, which is the Purloin, and I'm thinking, well, do I just Sunny Day here or something? They fake me out, I'm like, okay, sure. Normal gem, fake out, sure. Whatever, that does a lot. But it's fine. They go for play rough. I can take that easily. Yeah, obviously, and I'm like, okay, well, Sunny Day's coming out here because I know I'm gonna die to another thing. Sunny Day. And to be honest, I really should have just clicked the really safe play of Stomping Tantrum here, but I didn't. They click Thief here. It's fine. I lose my thing. Somehow they outspeed. I don't understand. It's fine. And I come into Hop Hip and like Hop Hip. But I have to come into Hop Hip now. It's really annoying because I think I've only got 4 turns of Sun rather than like 7. And that actually comes into play because my Plant Cat Nagis are here. Plant Cat squad. Woo! Hampshire Hop Hips, am I right? Plant Cat. This cutest fucking death destroying thing of doom. And if anyone says this isn't a fucking cat, look at it. It's a cat. It's a helicopter cat. It's a plant cat, and it's going to destroy you all. Basically, it outspeeds their entire team right now. Apart from if they wanted to like pranks or T-Wave me, which is a bit of a dick move. Unfortunately, that Houndor is on a lot of health. Big sad. But you know what? There's nothing they can do. I'm going to Sword Stance here. They go for a Thief. I'm like, oh crap, yeah, I forgot about that. Goodbye my Violite, I guess. They have like no items. They have like Thief on every single mon. I'm like, okay. Well, I'm at +2 here. I've got 3 turns of Sun left. I think it's 3 turns of Sun. It's going to smash something. I think I go for Aerial Ace. Oh no, I went for Strength up here. I should have just gone for Aerial Ace. It wouldn't particularly mattered in the long run as a result. But I wasn't sure what's going to happen. I really should have attacked here. Then I go for an Aerial Ace. Even at +2. They mirror move me and I'm like, okay, that hurt. That really hurt. Sunlight's gone and I'm like, ah, crap. Sunlight's gone. I can still live whatever they've got, I think. Especially mirror move. Like, mirror move? I can still live something. It's fine. Yeah. But Sunlight gone is a real big problem for me. Because with Sunlight gone, I now don't outspeed the Houndor. Okay, so that's very important. I don't outspeed the Houndor. And they go into Purloin here, and I bullet seeded, I believe. Which effectively means that's a dead kill. It does actually pick up a kill, which I'm really happy about. It's not the thing that I hoped for. But I think there's 4 hits. And I kill that purloin, and it's great. So I've kind of revealed my whole set here. And now they just bring the Houndour, which is really, really sad. And like, there's nothing I can do here. It's really sad, but that means my Hoppip's going down. And they flame charge. Like, oh, you're not the only one who can flame charge. And I'm like, ah, crap. But I still bet you're a thief, aren't you? So they just bought the thief squad. All of them. But obviously I pressure this in with an earthquake. No reason not to click earthquake. I really should have clicked something other than earthquake. Because they're bringing the Hoppip here. And I like wish I had Ice Shard here, because then I could just picked it off. But unfortunately I'm going to take a little bit more damage than I wanted to. It definitely outspeeds me. And I switch out. Going straight to the Starfish. And they go for the mirror move, which is really unfortunate. It's actually really cool. But unfortunately, there's 2 reasons why that didn't work. Okay, so yeah, it failed. Okay, there's 2 reasons why the mirror move didn't work. First of all, it's because I switched out, and it doesn't work if your opponent switches out. And second of all, I think mirror move only works if you go second, which if I had attacked before it was going to die anyway, so unfortunately I apologise, Arashi, that was never going to work. But it's a really cool tech. Had it worked, being able to do something like that, like a Z move of whatever I just used and just smack me back 100%, that would have been really cool, but unfortunately it didn't work out, and I'm just going to click Whirlpool here. Because the typing that I have on is just at the moment. Now they go out into Snack here. Snack's a thing. I'm not sure I really want to stay in. I'm like, okay, do I stay in? Do I not? Probably not. I don't have Psychic, but they don't know that. And I go into Spinnerack, which is weirdly my check to this. And they Thief. Should have expected that one. Stole my sash. Oh, look. But they go for an Aquatail, which misses, which is unfortunate, and I set webs, but Aquatail, it's a weird move. I mean, if webs are up early, I'll Hoppip might swept. Alright, you're alright. But they Aquatail me again. The Aquatail missing was kind of important, because it meant that that would have killed there, and I wouldn't have been able to get this Psychic off. The idea get to do 90%, 95% of this thing. Spit F drop probably doesn't matter at this range, but yeah. So effectively, they would have lost 90% of their snack's health, and I would have been able to have a problem. But feeding their snack kills, I guess, because that's the range. But that's now definitely in range of a Whirlpool from Staryu. And they glare me, which is really unfortunate, but paralysis! Yay, which means now I don't outspeed, and then I miss that, so that's kind of like makes sense for them, Aquatail missing, but like, at least I don't outspeed the Houndour now. The Whirlpool does going to kill, but it's fine, they kind of deserved hacks, and they're gonna bring out Teddy, and I'm like, okay, even with the speed drop, it outspeeds me because I'm paralyzed now. This is just sacking right now. There's nothing I can do, and it's a punch. Now this is going to be a really cool thing that we've got with the set. Okay, so now what they've done is they've toxic themselves to give themselves guts, I think, which is really cool. And obviously I bring out this, and I'm just going to break its ass, I can live whatever. And then flings the toxic orb at me, which is great, because then it poisons me. What a move there. That's really cool. I've got to give him credit for that. I'm going to break his ass into oblivion. So I think, yeah, poison doesn't do anything. I can still live one more thing. So I click break. It clicks thief, which is fair enough, to be honest. Stealing my Cobra Berry, which was flying a leech seed here, because I'll get 1 HP of recovery off of this. In 1 second anyway, you know. Get back what I'm losing to poison. Yeah. Cobra Berry would have been nice because it's like stopping any. It's supposed to like make sure I could fully tank anything from Mantike, but they didn't bring Mantike, so it didn't matter in the end. I was supposed to take it with a Cobra Berry and then like wild charge their face. yeah. But then they bring in Houndor, and I'm like, well, this was a dead goat. I might actually use this, to be honest. But it's -1 speed. I get a free brick break off. I'm like, oh, I can kill, but I don't, because I'm weak as fuck. And they flame charge. Whereas the West is only actually at neutral speed rather than +1, which means I'm still kind of okay, but they are going to outspeed me because it's a Houndor against a Fampi. I didn't miss any one hit though, which means it is game over. Congratulations, Arashi. Really nice game, but unfortunately, you know, even if you had burned out, really, really fun game there. Nice to see 6 thieves. 6 thieves. Only a 1-0 victory, but that's just a really cool displaying of all the memes. It would have been so satisfying had everything gone to plan and I just chlorophyll swept with a sword stance Hoppip. That would have just been like, that would have made my day, to be honest. But no, that's still a really, really fun game. It brings me up to 3-3 and I'm like -3 differential or something like that. So not the best differential. Puts me like 15th or something, which is again not the best. And with 4 difficult opponents to go, it's going to be struggle. But I think Silver Smasher has beaten Ollie now, which actually lowers their chance of making playoffs, which is really, really good. And I think Silver also plays a couple of playoff teams again after me, so we've both got a difficult run. But the thing is, if regardless of what happens between us, if we both win out afterwards, we both might play playoffs because of who we place and like who we knock it out. So that's actually a really interesting thing. There's a chance still. We're at 3-3. There's 4 games to go. Yeah, it's going to be really fun. Definitely really fun. This was an amazing meme game. Hopefully I can pull off some interesting stuff. I've got a very fun Hoppip set planned for another game. I don't know whether I want to use it on Blinn or Ollie yet. One of the two, definitely. But it's going to be Hoppip time, Plant Cat's Revenge. As my friend Harry is Houndor's Revenge. We're Plant Cat's Revenge, obviously. Yeah. I don't know. I've really enjoyed the season so far. I mean, taking a look at all of my mons. Staryu's been a very interesting mon to use. I'd like to experiment more. It's got nice coverage. I want to use Reflect type sets a bit more, I think, actually. It's a very interesting move. Yeah, my tier 2s, Scraggy. Scraggy needs to put in a lot more work, to be honest. Hopefully there's going to be a game where it just goes off and 6-0 someone. Hopefully next game, am I right? But Scraggy is absolutely terrifying when it does well. So, yeah. Klink's really disappointed me, to be honest. I've seen it used really well before. Unfortunately, not so much myself this season. It's fine. Glameow's been really fun to use. It's nice, normal type pressure. I mean, Meowth is better, but Glameow's still there. It's still a good mon to use, for sure. Skiddo has been alright. I mean, it can live things, it do some stuff, you know, milk drink, etc. It's a good defensive wall, but oftentimes I find that it just never has the matchup that I want. Unfortunately. My tier 3s, Spinarak is just webs, but it's actually done some really fun things. Obviously, Z Bounce, that was a great game back then. Tepig's been a really, really fun wall. People never really use it well, and I think I've used it quite well. I'm really enjoying my time with Tepig. Fampi, obviously, I've used so many times. I'm really comfortable with it. Always such a solid mon to use on my team. I mean, yeah, a lot of the time it's death fodder, but it does provide something that takes hits, and something that I'm, weirdly to say, is something I'm always happy to sack to bring in my threat sort of thing. Yeah. And then my last tier 3... See, this is my great memory here. I've obviously used this mon so many times. Picky Peck. It's a threat when it needs to be. Generally a good scarfer. I've had fun with it on ladder more than here, but yeah. Hopefully I can bring Picky Peck to a few more games. And then Hoppip. I just want Hoppip to do well because no one thinks it's very good. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Sorry this is a bit of a longer one, and sorry for the mass uploading in a row. We should get back to something a bit more regular with the next game. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.